Hello, welcome to episode 74 of this shite. Today it's just the two of us, as you can
We
see.
can make it if we try.
Yeah, well, unfortunately I drew the short straw. I'm stuck with you.
It sounds like you got some other special guests. It's fine.
They're just...
They'll probably chat less shite than Robert. What are we doing this week, Kyle?
Well, first thing, how are you?
I'm good.
I never asked you. I'm good, thanks as well, yeah.
Good. I don't care. It's
Yeah.
well known by now that I just don't care.
Yeah, you never do.
No.
Well, today we're just going to look at going on in the tables. Who's going up, who's going down?
Not
Scottish
Queens.
football. Scottish football, some English as well.
Mhm.
So get into it.
Yes.
Starting in the SPL.
The Premiership, as it is now known.
Oh yeah, SPFL Premiership title thingy.
Yes.
Go.
I noticed you sent me the table across and noticed that Livingston aren't on that bit of the table, but that's because they're already not in the Premiership according to you. And let's be honest, they're not going to be there next season either, are they?
Oh, unless Martindale's got a master plan, then no.
I think the master plan is moan about the lack of budget because he's not done anything else for a while.
Very much more about state of play. So yeah, I think they're inevitable.
They've not looked too bad recently. They feel like ever since they've came up, they had the really good few seasons where they really overperformed. And it felt like, was it last season or the season before? It felt like those seasons, like last year, Dundee United were just worse than them.
Yeah, we've been on a slow decline.
Yeah, their time's come.
So Dyke's money's run out.
It's also probably time for someone new.
Yeah, they're the kind of don't really fit. I don't know why, they just don't seem to fit.
I don't know if they fit in the Championship either, though. They just seem to exist.
Bit of sword. I don't know. There's a word
It's
I want.
It's fine though, because I'm not going to have Celtic to fill 3 stands and do unorganised displays next season, are they?
Steady, steady.
Well, where's all the money going? They've already got no money. They're going to have even less.
All the TV deals from Celtic playing.
Yeah, they might. I've got a feeling they might not do very well in the Championship. I'll be very surprised if they win the Championship next season.
Depends who goes up. Well, Falkirk.
So.
And who comes down as well? Because Ross County might go down as well.
Well, it might not be Ross County either. There's a big group of teams. You know, actually, Ross County have been playing all right recently. The bottom two especially have improved since kind of February time.
Yeah.
You know, since Ross County got shot of Adams.
Since we last talked about them.
Yeah, since we last spoke about them. But there are some teams like St Johnstone. Where are the points coming from? St Johnstone look... Actually, if you ask me, St Johnstone look in a worse position than Ross County at the moment.
They're another team, they just kind of float about. They don't do much, just exist.
Yeah, they exist. They're the cup specialists, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got Craig Levine running things.
Ross County have took 1 more point in the last 5 games than St Johnstone have.
That's not that impressive, is it?
Not really. And then, you know, the 2 teams above them.
Aberdeen, Motherwell.
Fine, thanks.
They've got a good, decent head start, but not a lot. 5 points.
Yeah, 6 from Ross County.
So 2 losses in the spin. Yeah. And they're in the mix.
It's going to go down, like, at the bottom 6 playing each other is going to be really tight every weekend.
Mm-hmm. But it'll be exciting to watch. If they're on the telly. It's a good watch if it's on the telly.
It's not going to be on the telly, though, because they never put them on. They never put them on the telly. I don't even know that there was a ground I didn't think they had picks left at. Was it Ross County they picked the really rogue midweek game?
There was a game that was quite rogue.
Yeah. And it's like, just keep it for when they're in the bottom 6. Aberdeen have lost 3 on the spin, 1-2 on the spin. I forgot which way around my form table's going. They've won 2 on the spin, including Ross County and Motherwell, which is massive.
They've got a manager. Yeah, did they?
But they've won 2 on the spin. They don't have a manager, but they've won 2 on the spin. They maybe don't need a manager. Those results are good. Like if Aberdeen, if you take those 6 points, like if you just say turn them both into draws, right? That put Aberdeen like a few weeks ago. Aberdeen were right in the mix. They're probably are they out of it now?
I wouldn't say so.
Those two wins have dragged them away.
I don't fancy them to go down, but they're still not safe by any means.
I would say two things, both of which are now fairly unlikely to happen, which is a shame. One, it would be funny if they went down. Two, it'd be even funny if we had the Dundee United Aberdeen playoff final.
It's not good. It's unlikely.
Unlikely now, yeah.
But obviously that takes us. I think that's everything. So it takes us nicely to the championship.
Well, no, we're not talking about top six.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, well, Rangers Celtic.
Top seven. What we do Rangers Celtic last. Top seven being kind of it's Kilmarnock are confirmed now, aren't they?
For what, Europe or top six?
Top six.
My maths is shy. I don't know. Probably.
Yes, because it's 7 points between them and Hibs. So yes, they are confirmed. So I think a win for St Mirren this weekend will do it.
Must be.
And then it's going to be one of Dundee and Hibs. And Dundee have a game in hand, but it is against Rangers. St Mirren are playing Hearts and Celtic. So there is a chance for both Dundee and possibly Hibs to get in.
Surely not. You wouldn't think so.
I'm just looking at the fixtures. You would say that actually, looking at the fixtures, St Mirren are playing two of the top six, and the others are playing two of the bottom six.
St Mirren do turn up against Celtic a lot, so there's that.
They do. They've also scored not very many goals compared to everyone else about them.
-1 GDs. It's all right, to be fair, but
it's all right. But they've scored 37 goals compared to the three teams below them who have scored 42.
Well,
it's just the Stephen Robinson style of play, though, isn't it?
When I was there from Queensborough, they didn't look too exciting for being fifth.
Yeah,
that was at home. So.
But yeah, and then you've kind of got Killie and Hearts who are fine, and Hearts are a bolt on for third. It'd be nice to see. It'll be interesting to see in that top six, depending on who gets in. Killie are still catchable, and that's going to be quite a nice fight for Europe.
Aye. It's good to see Dundee that high because they're usually quite low.
It is, but they're not going to have a pitch to play on.
No, yeah, it's not a good pitch.
I've heard there's a rumour that their game this weekend could be called off again.
That's the issue of playing up in the Highlands.
It's not really the Highlands, though, is it? And Dundee United managed, and they're literally across the road, so they've got no excuse.
But Dundee United is plastic, that's why.
Is it? I thought Tannadice was grass.
I thought it was plastic. That's what I meant. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's grass. Yeah, Hearts are bolt on for third. Well into them, back at the Conference League.
No, Europa League. I don't know how to work. I can't mind.
Guaranteed Conference League. Have a shot at Europa League. Let's be honest. Probably not.
Conference.
It's probably not with the conference. Hearts, again. That's where a team like Hearts should be finishing.
Yes. Kind of the best they'll ever get, really.
They have deserved their place there.
They've been good this season for a change. He does make a change. That's Shankland, obviously. He'll probably leave in the summer.
No, he signed a new contract.
Did he?
Lawrence Shankland signed a new deal.
Oh, well.
So he might be staying, folks, or Rangers might have to pay a bit more to get him.
Probably the latter.
Probably the latter. But you never know, do you? And then we've got the top two, and by the time this goes out, the Old Firm will be pretty much close to happening.
2 days from when it comes out. Sunday lunchtime.
And it is going to be a barn burner.
You're 0-0.
Hopefully not.
Well, we'll get into that later on. Some predictions.
We'll get into that. But do you want to talk about it now? Let's talk. What do you think is going to happen in the Old Firm? We'll obviously have a nice wee review of it next week, I think. But what do you think is going to happen?
Hoping, I think Celtic will win it, but it should be a good game.
A draw is acceptable for both sides. Both sides would take a draw.
Doesn't really happen that often, though, does it?
Celtic want to win, but a draw's not the end of the world for Celtic. A Rangers win, and the title might be gone.
That game in hand's important, though.
Or close to gone. Yeah, but it's against Dundee, who aren't very good.
I mean, that will take them top of the league, so...
It would. But that's the point. A top of the league and the winning the game in hand would, like, winning both games would put them 5 points ahead, which is surely unassailable at that stage of the season with 5 games to go.
Yeah, I do agree.
Again, similarly, a Celtic win just kind of delays it a bit more. A Celtic win, it takes them to 77. Rangers win their game in hand, it takes them to 76. It puts a lot more pressure on the next Old Firm.
This is what, April? No, this is not the last one.
No, they'll be the one in the top 6.
Huh?
The splits in 2 games' time.
Right.
So that would mean that Celtic, like a Rangers win, Celtic are looking pretty knackered. A Celtic win puts it to the last one from the season, which is at Celtic Park. Rangers at home should be gunning for this. They have to be.
Well, you would, because Celtic are playing quite shit now as well.
Both of them, as of rope protections, both of them have dropped points recently.
Yeah. As I say, they've been off the boil this season, Celtic.
Yes, they have. Rangers have actually only drawn 1 game this season.
I mean, who it was against? Probably Hearts. I couldn't tell you.
Just having a dig to check.
So, I mean, it's not dropped many points compared to Celtic.
Not at all.
Celtic have
Well,
dropped.
that's because at the start of the season they were losing games.
I guess it was 5 losses.
St Mirren, Aberdeen, and the others.
But the defeats,
Yeah,
Celtic.
the draw was against Aberdeen. Mind Tavernier scored a very, very late penalty.
Oh, yeah, as always.
Yes, as ever. Robert's not here. We can congratulate James Tavernier on being the highest ever scoring British right back, and then say 49% of them were penalties.
It's not quite impressive, though.
I mean, it is, but it needs to be taken with a pinch of salt.
Yeah. But you can't take away from the fact he scored 51% of his goals from open play.
Not even that, because he also takes free kicks.
Free kicks are harder.
They are, but it's also not open play. Like,
always...
Congratulations, you have scored a lot of goals in a team that statistically gets more penalties on average than they probably should, including one at the weekend against Hibs, which once again for Rangers was never a penalty in a million years.
You could get a few beers annoyed with that.
I don't care if they are annoyed about it or not. It wasn't a penalty. John Souttar fouls the Hibs defender.
Classic Souttar.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I think it's time to move on to the next division.
I was just going to say, John Beaton is going to have a delightful time on Sunday.
Brother Beaton.
Well, you never know. We'll have to make our mind up about that next week.
So, as I was trying, I'll do 2 championships next.
Yes, the league that is usually absolutely insane, and this year is slightly less insane.
Just really Dundee and Wraith are exciting. Other than that, it's all shite.
I don't know. There was a point at which there was a massive, there still is only 10 points separating 4th and 9th with 7 games to go, which isn't bad. The problem is that Arbroath are pretty much down.
I think it's if they lose and Inverness win or something like that.
It'll be a while yet, because it's only 9 points. We'd have to be 20 on at this stage to go down.
Yeah, so it is.
It's a while yet for Arbroath, but Dundee United and Wraith still have that game in hand, but it is now out of their hands. All they can do is win every game.
Luckily, it's 4 points, so that game in hand isn't going to matter too much.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's now out of their hands. They're
Yeah.
still 1 point behind, even if they win their game in hand. Obviously, disappointing result for them at Tannadice at the weekend, getting beat 2-0. Wraith typically have turned up in those games this season.
They beat them last time at Tannadice, didn't they?
Yes, and at Starks Park.
Yeah.
Or was it a draw at Starks Park?
I think it was a win.
Yes, it was a win, because I remember the absolute thunder of a goal. Yes. It would be great to see Wraith go up. I'd love to see Wraith make a fist of it in the playoffs.
Be a new team in the league for a change as well.
Whoever comes 4th will be interesting. Whoever comes 4th isn't going to go up. We know that. No one who comes 4th ever goes up.
It's probably between Morton, Dunfermline, and Airdrie.
Yeah, I think Ayr. I think the number of teams rules out Ayr.
Game in hand though, but depends who it's
Yeah,
against.
that's true. And Morton have a game in hand as well. And like the only team that doesn't have a game in hand there is Dunfermline. It's tough. As I say, ultimately, it's great to finish fourth and have two playoff games, but I don't think it matters.
It's a long sort of one. Hard task to go up from fourth.
It really is.
A lot of games.
And we spoke about that before. That it's pretty much unfair. Congratulations to Airdrie. Airdrie obviously have the Challenge Cup as well,
Beating
which is
TNS.
impressive. Beating yes, Total Network Solutions, the English dickheads.
Steady.
No, that was the polite version. Yes, the win against Total Network Solutions. Airdrie seem a really well drilled and decent side.
Went up this season, of course.
Hmm?
Went up last season.
Yeah. And they're already like on track for playoffs, overperforming. Bishop Cave's done a fantastic job. If you're Aberdeen, do you?
I don't know.
It's a big gamble. And your argument should potentially be where Aberdeen were too big to afford to get this wrong. But I reckon like if Aberdeen, for example, went for Robinson from St Mirren, or if he went for any other manager in the league, I reckon the first port of call will be Rhys McCabe. He's too good to not get a big job soon.
I think because he still wants to play as well, though, that might hinder it.
It might, but surely at one point you just go, nah, that's me. Possibly the end of the season, we never know.
He's only 30 or something like that. He's not very old.
But if you're doing so well as a manager, just give it up.
I don't know, like, because he's centre of attention, isn't he?
That is true.
Um,
Arbroath, as we said, their stay in the championship will likely be ended.
pending a miracle.
Yes, pending an absolute miracle. Is it a shame? I was going to say it's a shame. It's not really.
They've had their moment in the sun, nearly going up.
They've done so well for a part-time team, but
Yeah.
ultimately that league is so strong this season.
If it's not, and it's getting stronger with Falkirk coming up.
Exactly. We potentially will have 10 full-time teams in that league next season, as we should.
Should be even if Hamilton go up as well.
Yeah. Inverness for playoff counts are a bit of a mess, but it seems like it'll be playoffs at worst for them.
Big Dunk did save them though.
Big Dunk has saved them.
They were wrong. They're still bad now, but
they are still bad.
They were
I
absolutely.
suppose we might not have 10 full-time teams if going into League One, if Agloba come up.
Depends how the playoffs go, I guess.
But yeah.
Because they've got Cove in that bracket.
Yes, League One is the least interesting league, let's be honest.
For us anyway.
No, for pretty much anything. Who's going up's decided, who's going down's already decided.
The playoffs is really exciting.
The playoff race is split in two. You've got second, third, fourth, and fifth, and one of them will miss out. I'll say second, third, fourth, and fifth. Third, fourth, and fifth, because Hamilton are finishing second.
2 points separate them though.
Yeah, 2 points separate third, fourth, and fifth. Only two of them out of three commit the playoffs. And you've then got 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th separated by 6 points.
I think Kelly are safe.
You think? Just by base of the number of teams?
Pretty much, and the fact they've got a decent lead. 6 points is quite a lot.
Annan are finding form just at the right time. And, it is Queen's Kelty this season, and a win for Queen's pulls Kelty right into it.
Yeah, I think this Saturday's a big game, like, for all teams.
This Saturday is absolutely massive.
Oh, dear.
Queens, I know we like to talk about Queens. Queens have potentially one of a set of easier fixtures to end the season.
We've played all the big teams, haven't we? No, the big two.
Yes. We've got Kelty, FC Edinburgh, Stirling Albion, Cove, and Montrose.
So in theory, we should win all those, but we won't.
In theory, we should win 3 of those.
We should beat Montrose.
We should beat Montrose, but we probably won't. Again, it's so tight. There's also the question of can anyone beat Falkirk and stop them having an unbeaten season?
I think Hamilton's the only real hope.
I'm not even sure Hamilton are the real hope.
No, Edinburgh nearly did, to be fair.
Exactly. A dodgy penalty was what stopped them.
So, I mean, never say never. They feel me off the
Definitely.
gas because they've won the league.
Can Falkirk do Livingston next year?
Well, go down.
No, go up back to back.
No, I
No,
doubt it.
that league is so strong, but Falkirk have momentum. Like I think Falkirk have a really good chance of at least playoffs next season.
Might get their team picked by other bigger teams.
That's the thing. If Livingston come down, right? Let's say Livingston come down and Ross County stay up, and just Arbroath go down and Falkirk go up. That league is mental next year. That league could be so tight.
You look at
We've
Wraith.
already seen. Say that again.
You'd look at like your Wraiths and your Partics to go back up.
You would, but I reckon it could be any of them.
Except they're shite.
We've seen in the past that like recruitment in the summer in the championship and in League One is absolutely crucial.
Yeah.
Like what bad decisions in the summer cost teams, and they cost teams like a significant number of points. Look at Queens.
To take it back to them.
Yes. Falkirk have took 5 seasons to get out of this league, and they're now doing it in style. But a team like Falkirk Thatcher should be minimum championship, if not bottom 6 premiership.
They were premiership for as many years.
Yeah, Dunfermline, of course, were mainstays in the premiership.
Then they kind of fell in hard times.
Yeah, and Livingston are in a really bad place if they go down.
Excuse me.
I would consider putting money on Livy getting back to back relegated now.
Depends, because they might sell good players in the summer.
But there's no obvious candidate to go down. Like in the scenario of people going up and down, there's no obvious candidate to go down for the championship. Same with League One next year. There's going to be no obvious candidate to go down. It's going to be Annan again, and Annan Revelin proving people wrong.
But they might go down this season. I doubt it very much, but
they might, depending on who they get in the playoffs, which is a lovely segue.
And this is probably one of the more exciting leagues in Scotland.
Yes. Well, Steady can win the league this weekend. Yeah. In League Two. I think it requires other results to go their way. I
think if they win, they will win regardless. I've seen the wee graphic.
I've also seen the wee graphic, but I didn't ingest it properly.
I couldn't bother, just too complex.
Digest it, not ingest it. I don't eat diagrams.
I don't know, like
digest implies I eat them too.
Inhale.
Yes. Did he chew? Just like a frigging gannet.
Anyway, playoffs is tasty as always.
It is. It's probably going to be the 3 teams that are there, though, isn't it?
These 5 have got quite a mountain. 6 points. Obviously, Spartans are well run.
Spartans doing well in their first season in the league, actually.
And Dumbarton and Peterhead are 2, maybe.
Again, Dumbarton and Peterhead too big for this league.
But also, Peterhead were shite last season, so
they were. Dumbarton were in the championship. What, 4 years ago? 5 years ago?
Season Rangers were there.
Seasons we've been there since.
Aye. So
2017, I want to say. 2016.
Not long ago.
They were kicked about the championship. Like Dumbarton are way too big to be in that league. Dumbarton need to go their way back up. But that is kind of, again, I think we've said this before. There is a kind of the pyramid door opening at the bottom has given an opportunity for a kind of changing of the guard. And at the minute, it's largely been the teams with money, but eventually it'll start to be some of the bigger teams. Your Kelties and your Edinburgh Cities, well, your Edinburgh City is already fallen away. Your Kelties might start to fall away. You've got Cove, who do have a bit of money behind them, but probably deserve to be in the league.
Well, they've whitewashed the same league 2 years ago.
Yeah. It's going to be exciting to see who comes up. Alas, I don't think it's going to be the people I want to come up into League Two. If anyone does.
I don't know who's top of the league.
Well, it's likely to be East Kilbride from the Lowland League, who have just spent another team have just spent an outlandish amount of money to go up, and it's quite sad, really. And then I think Highland League, it's very likely to be Brecon, but Bucky are still in with a chance.
You can
And
have been
again,
in before.
Brecon have been in before, probably deserve to be in the league.
They
Bucky,
merit rather than money.
yeah. Well, Brecon's problem started with going up at the championship, doing shit, and then just going bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
But Bucky would be a lovely addition to the league.
There's something new in it.
Exactly. But out of going down, it would be you've got Clyde and Stranraer who play each other this weekend.
Bonnyrigg are in that mix as well.
And Bonnyrigg in that mix as well. Bonnyrigg with a new manager. They sacked the person who brought them up through the leagues, kind of club legend. I think there was a kind of tone of sadness around that, but an acknowledgement that it was probably the right decision in the end.
No, they're dicing with danger, so it makes sense.
They went and got the Cowdenbeath manager, I want to say. I'm sure I've seen that on Twitter, that Cowdenbeath they'd approved. Cowdenbeath had let them speak to Bonnyrigg, and that's who they were going to appoint. It would be really weird to see it would be the first time that a promoted team has gone back down.
They stayed up last season. They stayed up last season.
Did they?
Yeah. Last season was their first season.
Yeah, but it'd be the first time that any team that's been promoted up has went back down, which is what I meant.
I thought you meant like up and down.
No.
Don't hit me.
Of course, yeah, it was Spartans this year.
I mean, they went down like
Albion. Yes. And that, again, the Lowland Leagues like that. You've got, I'm looking at the Lowland League table just now, right? You've got Bonus, who are third, Hearts B in second. Boo, get them out of the friggin' league. Trinent and Cumbernauld. There's going to be some big teams in there. You've got like Lithgow Rose, who are a decent size, and others.
There's a lot of big-ish teams, I think.
Yeah.
All the teams dropping down makes it more competitive as well, because none of them can stay up for love nor money.
Yes.
So I think that's a pretty good little recap we've had.
Yeah, a nice recap. It'll be really interesting to see how things get on this weekend. I am excited for the rest of the season. I'm excited especially for the split in the Premiership. I think it'll be really exciting. As I say, there's going to be a lot more decided in the other leagues. There have been kind of some runaways. Edinburgh City's points deduction didn't help them, but they were bad enough they were going down anyway.
Surprised it took this long, to be fair. Pretty mental.
Yeah.
Just 2 weeks ago or something they were confirmed.
It was.
Aye. Be exciting. This weekend's a big one for all the teams as well, so
yeah. It really is. Anyway, shall we move on to predictions?
As alluded to, let's do predictions.
Yes. Kyle's trying to pick the games this week. Robert isn't here, but he has gave us his answers, which I'm hoping Kyle can read out when I read the games.
Yes.
Good. Last week, good result for Robert, actually. 2 points for him, only 1 point for me and Kyle. Takes total scores to Kyle on 75, Robert on 83, me on 91. Yeah, thanks. Kyle's trying to pick the games. First game's got a Premiership on Sunday, Rangers versus Celtic. Both sides with 4 wins and a loss in the last 5. Celtic 1 point ahead with their game in hand and a 1 goal advantage and goal difference. I don't even think I need to look at what Robert picked.
They picked Celtic.
Of course he did.
Well, I'm going to make it a draw for me.
I think I'm going to draw as well.
He said Rangers.
Yes, of course he did. I'd put that in before you told me because I knew he wasn't going to pick anything else. Championship, Dunfermline versus Partick, 5th versus 3rd. Partick kind of out on their own in 3rd with 3 wins in a row. Dunfermline also with 3 wins in a row themselves. This is tight. I'm gonna go another draw.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Pars.
You're thinking Dunfermline.
And he said the Partick.
He's going Partick. Lovely. League One, Queen of the South versus Kelty Hearts at Palmerston. 7th of the 6th. Queens with 5 points from 15. Kelty with 6. Sides separated by only 3 points, as we have previously alluded. I'm going to break tradition and actually go for Queens this time. Usually me going for Queens means they won't win, though.
I think it's a three-way Queens.
three-way queens. Who'd have seen that coming? League 2, Clyde v Stranraer, 10th v 9th. Also only 3 points between them. Clyde have took 7 out of 50, last 15 points available. Stranraer have only took 4.
I'll let you go first.
I'm going for Clyde.
I'm gonna say a draw, as he says Stranraer, so this is gonna be a point.
Stranraer, you're gonna go for a draw. Premier League, English Premier League. We might cover that at some other point. Go through the run of the league in England. Both teams play on Thursday night, which is when we're recording this. Manchester United currently 6th, Liverpool 2nd, but can go back top with a win against Sheffield United. No surprise for picking what Kyle's going to pick.
Oh, yeah, it's 2 for Liverpool.
It's actually 3 for Liverpool, I think you'll find.
Although I shouldn't say this after last time in the FA Cup, but
yes, you shouldn't, but
I don't care.
Yeah, no, Liverpool are going to be. Sunday's looking up to be an exceptional afternoon of football. Field form followed by Man United. Liverpool's going to be absolutely smashing.
Who's working?
Not me. Last game in the English Championship, Coventry City versus Leeds United. Leeds are 2nd behind Ipswich, and in a tight top 3 battle, Leicester behind Leeds but have a game in hand. Leicester's bottling of the league has been fun to watch. Leeds have took 13 out of the last 15 points, conceded only 3 goals in 2024. Coventry sit just outside the playoffs because they somehow lost to Cardiff on Easter Monday.
Lol.
Leeds for me.
We'll go for a draw.
And Roberts.
He did go for Leeds win.
He went for Leeds also. Fantastic. That's the end of predictions for this week.
Just quickly skip over the FPL.
Yes, obviously there is still games to play tonight as well.
So
this will not reflect the full table.
This is Thursday afternoon's update. So top 3 is exactly the same. Darren Woodfield, Mr. Kale Pagan, and Nathan Stewart. So well done, gentlemen. Gregory's in 4th. I've jumped to 6th from 6th. And Robertson 15th, so none's really changed.
Nothing's really changed. I've moved up a place. That's the
obviously still games to play, so it could all change.
Yes, it could all change.
When you watch this.
Yes.
I don't know who's to play, but it doesn't really matter. It does, but
Liverpool, Sheffield United, Man United, Chelsea's tonight. You'll have watched those by now. Were they any good? Let us know in the comments below. Let us know who you think is going to win all 4 leagues. Let us know who you think is going to get relegated. All that jazz.
Yeah, that's all. Like, subscribe, share.
Yes, tell your grannies. We've not said that in a long time.
Stop saying that.
And, we are working on ways to tee things up for the end of the season and do some really fun content at the end of the season. So keep your eyes peeled on the socials and make sure you tune in next week to find out about our big ideas.
Godspeed.
Ta-ra. You missed a bit.